set boundaries and there's no respect.
But a lot of the time, this is the only way kids understand.
Put the purse back now!
We don't need to yell. Hey.
There's a lot of discourse going on about like gentle parenting not working. Like, do you think gentle parenting doesn't work, or do you think that gentle parenting work, but there have to be some kind of structure and discipline to go with it? I'm going to show you some videos of people saying why gentle parenting doesn't work. All right.
Have you lost your motherfucking black ass mind? Get your ass off that motherfucking couch! The fuck is wrong with you?
Look, I know some of y'all not gonna agree, but a lot of the time, this is the only way kids understand. This is the only language they get. If she would have just regularly said, "Hey, baby, listen, get down now," that little girl probably would have jumped on the couch, laughed, screamed, fell out, stood up and jumped some more. But she know her daughter. She know that's the only language she gonna understand. But a lot of times, kids won't let you be a gentle parent, so you gotta talk to them crazy. Watch this.
Hey, baby, sit down, please. Sit down, please. Sit down, please. Please sit down. Sit the fuck down!
The only language they understand. Listen.
This is not gentle parenting, this is permissive parenting. And it's the wrong thing to do. I know me for myself little TikToks. I have 2 degrees in the field of education and worked as a behavioral interventionist for years. Let's be quick and clear about what she's doing wrong. I'm gonna talk like a caveman to simplify it. Toddler, pull hair. Toddler, hurt someone. Toddler, bad behavior. But why toddler pull hair? Toddler pull hair, have function. Toddler, pull hair, want attention. Toddler pull hair, want sensory stimulation. When toddler pull hair, toddler get hug. When toddler pull hair, toddler get attention and sensory stimulation. If mom give toddler hug, when toddler pull hair, toddler will keep pulling hair. Okay, does this make sense? If you reinforce your kid for doing something bad, they're gonna do something bad, so you give them what you want. Here's what we need to do to extinguish this behavior. When toddler pulls hair, mom need to take away attention and sensory stimulation. Mom, remove hands. Letting toddler pull hair is not gentle parenting. Mom, remove hands. Mom, turn toddler away from her. So mom, no give attention. Mom, no talk a lot. Mom, say 2 word. Calm hands. Mom, put hands of kid in lap. Mom, no let kid have hands unless hands are calm. And unless hands, no hurt people. Mom, no talk no more. Mom, wait until mom can let go and toddler hand still calm. And when kid's hand calm, for probably like 5 to 10 seconds at this developmental stage, then mom hug. Mom no hug when toddler hurt, because mom can accidentally activate the reward pathway in the brain. It activates the brain's mesolimbic dopamine system, creates neurocircuits that link hurting to hugs and hurting to attention and sensory stimulation, which can cause big problems for a toddler down the road. Reinforcing negative behaviors is not gentle parenting. Permissive parenting, you're creating neural pathways in your kid's brain. Make his brain think that he will get rewarded if he hurts people. Actually can explain a lot of criminality these days. If your kid is doing something negative, these need to be taken away. You should never reward your kids for hurting somebody.
So you know how like people say gentle parenting is best? So let me try it. Callie, can you please put my purse back? Put the purse back, honey.
Now threaten her and see what happens.
Put the purse back now!
Are you ready to be nice? No! Okay, we're gonna sit out here until you're ready to be nice. Okay. Can you use your inside voice? No! We don't need to yell. Hey, no. Hands are not for hitting. Hands are not for hitting. I don't like that. That hurts. That video dysregulated me. I had to take myself outside. Mom, are you okay over there? You want to blink twice if you need help? I know you believe that you're gentle parenting because there's no punishment, you're remaining calm, and you're being patient, but you've forgotten to set boundaries and there's no respect. This would be a perfect example of permissive parenting or passive parenting. A missed opportunity here for gentle parenting would have been when you said no hitting. It would be to grab her arms at that time and put them physically at her side to show her this is the boundary to say no hitting. You are not allowed to raise your hand to anyone else. Violence is not the answer. She's not able to tell you how she feels, but you have to remember, if adults aren't rational when they are upset and when they're feeling escalated, what would make you believe that a child is going to be rational? When she got up and she threw the chair, that just showed me she is completely unhinged. She looks like she's very frustrated. She looks like she's not being heard. She's not being understood. You're just telling her no when sitting there, which I'm sure probably feels like, well, now you're ignoring me. The problem with parenting children like this is they grow up to be adults that have no boundaries either. When somebody sets boundaries with them, they get very disrespectful, they always cross the lines, and they don't normally know how to regulate themselves, which is why a lot of adults end up yelling, screaming. They become really dysregulated very quickly because they were never taught at a young age how to regulate themselves. It's okay to let her know, I know that you're having really big emotions right now, and just to hold her, just comfort her like that. A lot of times when kids get in that type of an escalated mood, they don't want to talk. A lot of parents try to redirect them, but it's not necessarily good to redirect a child in that kind of stage because those feelings are natural, and you don't want her to automatically redirect those feelings that's one of the reasons why people end up compartmentalizing, basically. We need to normalize these feelings, but as a child, you have to give her boundaries. There is no respect here. The fact that she threw that chair, girl, good luck.
Gentle parenting does not fucking work. I don't care what nobody says. That shit does not work. I've seen it not work numerous times. First occasion, my nephew. I have two badass nephews. They are so bad. They don't fucking. My sister wanted to try a new approach with her kids. She said, I'm going to try the gentle parenting because, when mom used to tear us up, all left was trauma, right? But her doing gentle parenting made me realize that they are disrespectful as shit. I picked my nephew up from school, right? He got in the car. I said, how was your day? He didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, maybe he didn't hear me. I said, yo, how was your day, my man? He gonna say, I don't want to talk right now. Cool, okay, you know what? You ain't gotta talk to me, that's fine. That is okay, I let it slide. I said, you know what? You don't gotta talk to me. It could be a silent car ride, I'm cool. So then I get to my sister's house, I drop his ass off. I tell her, yeah, he look like he's in like a bad mood today. And she said, well, you say that? I said, I asked him how his day was. And she's like, what? So he walks through the door and she looks down. She said, yo, like, how was your day? He gonna look at her and say, I just told him I don't want to talk. Why would I want to talk to you? I looked at my sister looking at me. I'm like, girl, that's your kid? What the hell you looking at me for? She said, boy, that's all she said. So I'm like, that's all you gonna say? Cool. I took him, snatched his ass up. I said, the next time you disrespect your mother like that again, I promise you, you will not come back home to her. Let this be the last fucking time. I promise you, he ran and told her how much of a great day he had. Stop for me. Bam, I used to work at Walmart years ago when gentle parenting just started becoming a thing. This kid was screaming bloody murder in the Walmart store. Tell me why. The mom gets on her knees and says, listen, I'm not gonna keep telling you. You need to be quiet, all right? That kid got up and slapped the dog shit out of his mother. That kid could be no older than fucking 8 years old. So yeah.
Unfortunately, gentle parenting has nothing to do with children. It has everything to do with us as parents, how we interact with our kids as adults, how we manage our big emotions so that we can then parent without dumping our baggage and our emotions and our bad day onto our kids, so that when they're yelling no or, pushing boundaries or being awful, we don't let that chaos affect us. Hard to do. We don't let their chaos affect our calm. We bring the calm. So it's not going to work if you haven't done the work on yourself. Meaning, if you don't know how to self-regulate our emotions. So if you don't know what triggers you, right? So usually the things that really set you off the rail real quick, that's what triggers you. And there's a reason. It's usually because you weren't allowed to do it as a child. So if the talking back is triggering to you, it's because you were never allowed to do that, right? Now your kid feels like they have all of this privilege to be able to do it. And that is, the audacity of that can be really triggering. So if you haven't done the work, you don't know what triggers you, you don't know how to get calm, how to calm yourself down when you are triggered, and you don't know how to stay calm, gentle parenting will not work. Because then when the kids escalate, then you escalate, then the kids escalate, and you just brought them into crazy town. They took you into crazy town with them. You are going to be the calm. The crazier they get, the calmer you get. That's the only way it's going to work. Number 2 reason why gentle parenting won't work is if you're not really good at setting clear boundaries with clear consequences. So, for example, my teenage daughter loves to push boundaries. So I am super clear with her. You need to unplug your phone. You need to go put it downstairs and plug it in downstairs. We are done with screens. If you can listen, you get to have your phone tomorrow. If you do not listen, there's no phone tomorrow. Super clear boundary, super clear consequences. Now it's her choice of how she reacts. It's not on me, it's on her. Number 3 reason why gentle parenting doesn't work is if you're stuck in old mindsets. And when I say old, I'm talking like 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s parenting mindset where kids should be, seen and not heard, and put your big girl panties on and deal with it. And, you will respect me because I said so. I'm your mother and that's why, because I said so. All of that kind of stuff doesn't then lend itself to making gentle parenting work.
Most parents forget that they are parents. Most parents, instead of being parents, they want to be friends with their kids. So kids nowadays are so disrespectful. Most kids are so disrespectful, and their mom or their dad is right there, and they're doing the most disrespectful thing ever. And you're just standing there like, this cannot be me. Like, this cannot be at my house. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of feel like we can gentle parent, but we have to have some kind of structure. We have to have some kind of discipline. We have to have some kind of punishment. Have to go with, it's okay to punish your kids. It's okay to punish your kids. Let me say that again. It's okay. You have to let them know the wrong and the right. Not everything is sweet and roses. You know what I mean? We are not raising a generation of soft, rude, disrespectful kids. We have to yell sometimes. Some people will say yelling, but like, it works for me. Like, I don't know, but when I was growing up, when I was growing up, we got whooped, but now it's like you can't whip your kids because that is trauma, that is, abuse. But I think there's a way where you can do it. But I feel like as parents, we have to do more than just being our kids' friends. We have to we have to talk to them, we have to be their friends, but also be a parent. We should know the boundaries. We should know the lines of being a parent and being the parent's friend. I mean, my kid's friend. You know what I mean? You want your kids to tell you when something is going on. You want your kids to talk to you as a mom, as a dad. You want your kids to be comfortable enough to come to you and tell you what's going on. You know what I mean? But also, you have to be the parent. You have to tell your kids when to clean up, when to, like, you have to make it known, like, dude, this is not acceptable. I'm not going to tolerate this. Even young kids nowadays, like kindergarten, first grade, second grade. Kids these days are so rude, are so disrespectful. Like, you are talking to them and they are talking back at you. They're cursing, they're using words that they're not supposed to be using. And you're just like, who is raising these kids? You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like, I'm not going to speak on anybody's kids, but I just kind of feel like gentle parenting in general. I just kind of feel like we need some kind of structure. We need some kind of discipline in there, some kind of structure in there, some kind of punishment in there, some kind of a little bit of fear also. That's all I have to say, because we can all be buddy buddy with our kids. Because once you are buddy buddy with your kids, they will feel though they can say and do whatever it is that they want to say or do to you. They can say whatever they want to say to you, even when you tell them to clean up. They're not going to get up and do it. They're just going to sit there and play on your phone and stuff like that. So it's okay for us as parents to punish or discipline our kids. Discipline is okay. It makes them better human beings. It made them better human beings for society. They don't grow up to become menace to society. They don't grow up to become nuisance to society. They grow up to be respectful, caring, gentle human beings. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would hate for my kid to go to school and teacher or principal, someone is calling me, telling me how rude and disrespectful my kid is. That's a reflection on me as a parent. That means I didn't do my job right. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about gentle parenting. How do you parent your kids? Like, Let me know what you think about this story down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.